What's going on, Gotcha Gang? Kawaii50 here with another War of the Visions video, here to talk with you about the most dapperly dressed lady in the entire game. That is, of course, Miranda, the Red Mage of Wezette. We're going to be going over Miranda's kit, Miranda's stats, what are the best things to equip on Miranda, and hopefully if you were lucky enough to pull this lady, you'll be able to find a fantastic spot for her in your team. Let's get right down to it. So Miranda, upon release, is occupying a very unique position in the game because she is our first water type UR character. Yeah, I know it's crazy. With the amount of time this game has been out, there has not yet been a water type UR in the game, period. But Miranda is occupying that spot, so you won't have to worry about competing materials anymore. Maybe you already sunk everything you need to in a character like Ramada, so Miranda is going to be very easy to sink those materials into. Miranda has 3 jobs available in her kit. Of course, Red Mage being her main job as well as her main feature. She's of course got Time Mage as a sub job as well as Paladin for her 3rd job. Going over and looking at Miranda's stats at max level, it seems like that her spread between attack and magic is pretty solidly even, 208 magic to 188 attack. She's got a great HP base at 2090, especially for a caster who's going to want to get in there in order to be able to deal all of that damage. She's got solid dexterity and luck as well, so she's going to be hitting enemies, she's going to be dodging those enemies on top of that, and a base jump of 2 just grants her a pretty good little bit of mobility. But those attack and magic stats we mentioned in the beginning are not as even as it seems, and that is going to get explained more as we delve a little further into what Miranda is going to gain upon leveling up. So Miranda's master ability, again, very, very good, seems very, very even. She's going to get attack plus 15%, magic plus 15%, and defense plus 5 as well. With a pretty solid stat spread all around, it's clear that Miranda is designed to attack, designed to deal all that damage. What kind of damage should she be dealing? Attack damage or magic damage? Well, that actually all is going to come into play with what she has on offer with her sub jobs. But before we dive into sub jobs, we've got to talk about Miranda's main commands first, because her main commands even themselves begin to paint a picture of how you want to build this lady. Miranda's main commands are entirely built around magic. She's got Watera, she's got Cura, she's got Resist Break, which lowers the enemy's spirit so she can deal more magic damage. Fast Cast, the ability to reduce an ally's magic activation time for 3 turns. And, of course, the coup de grace Jamming Thrust, which deals damage to a target based on the caster's magic stat and also cancels their ability activation. You got someone charging up a Blizzaga? Well, Miranda is going to make sure she stops that. Now, with this focus on magic damage in her main kit, that has led me to squarely pull Paladin off the table for her sub job. So that leaves Red Mage and Time Mage. Which of these would fit Miranda the best? And I gotta be honest, people, I looked at Red Mage. What it has on offer for sub-commands is not very good. Let's take a look at the attacking sub-commands. She gets Esuna, and she gets Sleep. That's it. All 3 of these other abilities you see here are not directly tied to the Red Mage job, to the Red Mage sub-command. You don't need to equip that to gain the benefit of some of these. So Red Mage as a sub-job on Miranda is actually completely useless in my opinion. So instead, we are going to go with Time Mage, which gives Miranda a very, very good variety of abilities. If you're talking about disabling abilities, she of course gets Immobilize and she gets Slow on top of that. If you want to buff your allies, she gets Quicken, she gets Float, she gets Haste. To give her a little bit of extra mobility, she gets Transposition, allowing her to switch locations with the target. And of course, to benefit from that magic damage, she gets Comet as well. If you've been running Ayaka, you've probably been using Comet a lot yourself. It's gonna be just as good here on Miranda. Now, as far as passive abilities go, we really want Miranda to be able to hit with these magic attacks very, very quickly, and she also has the benefit of a limit burst that we're going to talk about in just a second. So for those two passive abilities, I've got to first recommend Initial AP Up Level 1. This is going to grant Miranda extra AP in the beginning to be able to get to her limit burst a lot faster, as well as allow her to deal more of that magic damage, cast more of those stronger spells right out of the gate. And of course, speaking of magic, I know activation time, real pain. There might be a chance that the enemy completely moves out of range of your spell while you're casting it, causing you to waste all of that MP and all of that AP. Well, we are going to solve that by giving Miranda speed cast. Your Wateras, your Comets, even your Curas if she needs to heal herself in a pinch, well, those are going to fire off a lot faster, and you're going to have a far better chance to not waste any of those resources. For Miranda's defensive ability, we know one of the biggest weaknesses of mages is getting cut in half with a gigantic axe. On top of that, Miranda is one of those characters where if she is unable to cast spells, she's still going to be able to get in and deal a decent amount of damage with her sword. So we're going to go ahead and give her Paladin Guard. Paladin Guard is going to reduce any physical damage that she takes and give her a better chance of surviving those barbarians that charge straight up into your lines. Durando, you better watch out, because she's coming for you. And of course, yes, Miranda's biggest feature is her limit burst, something we wish every single character had. Red Storm deals heavy magic damage to all targets in an area, but also has a chance to inflict Confuse on them for 3 turns. So if you don't manage to kill your enemy's Paladin, well, that Paladin might just go and finish off that other samurai that's hanging out on the side of their lines for you, and you won't have to worry about wasting a turn dealing that damage. Honestly, a pretty neat limit burst, all things considered. And when you finally get Miranda maxed out, you are going to get her Trustmaster reward, the Red Jacket. The Red Jacket is honestly a pretty good Trustmaster. It grants her 482 HP, a plus 10 to defense, and on top of that, it also grants 8 crit evasion. So again, you got those barbarians charging in. You got them about to cleave you in half with an axe. Maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to avoid that crit. Of course, this piece of armor also has a special ability tied to it. Elegant Encouragement raises the magic attack and slash attack of all allies within range for 3 turns. So maybe you crowd your Orlando and your Mediana and your Ramza all around your Miranda. Well, she's just going to boost all of their attacks, and they're going to deal a significant amount of damage. Now, the equipment you want to give her is, of course, pretty easy. You've already got her armor slot taken up by a Trustmaster. Focus on raising that magic stat even higher so she can deal more damage. Make sure you give her a magic sword. You are gonna thank me later for doing this. It's really that simple. Now, with Miranda being a magic type character, of course, your best choices for espers are gonna be either Ramuh or Shiva, but if you were not fortunate enough to pull those espers like I was, she does have a very excellent budget option that gives magic attack in the form of Cactuar. Man, I love those little guys. I actually just bought myself a Cactuar hat. Maybe I'll go ahead and show you guys that on Twitter when I finally get it. But anyways, Cactuar also grants magic attack, and Cactuar actually has a pretty good evocation that deals a nice flat bit of damage. Don't sleep on that Cactuar. And finally, for your vision cards, if you were lucky enough to pull this UR, Trousseau is pretty excellent. It is going to grant Miranda's entire party plus 18 magic attack, which is really the relevant reason that we want this. We want to continue pumping up that magic attack as much as possible. However, if you do not have this UR Vision card, a fantastic SR that I've personally been using on my mages that I think you would benefit from is Great Detective Little Leela. Great Detective Little Leela grants you 109 magic as well as a party augmentation of magic plus 15%. So again, you're still pumping up that magic stat with this Vision card and still giving Miranda everything that she wants. After looking over all this, I gotta say I think Miranda is a pretty good mage. I think she's definitely got a lot of stuff going for her with that decent magic stat as well as that attack. Her kit is pretty good, her base kit that is. I kinda wish her red mage kit was a little better, or that maybe she had even pulled some stuff from Spellblade like Ramza is using, because that is just working out fantastically for that character. Though Time Mage is always just a good tree, so it's pretty great that she is getting some advantages from that. You're not going to see the damage output that you would get from, say, a Mediana from Miranda, but Miranda, thanks to her water typing, thanks to her flexibility, thanks to her magical spell list, she is still going to be a serviceable magic damage dealer if you so desire her. If this video helped you, I would appreciate it if you liked it or subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment down below as well, letting me know how you feel about Miranda. Maybe you pulled her and you want to show it off to everybody down in the comment section. Maybe you think there's something better that Miranda could have equipped on her. My ego ain't so big that I'm not going to take advice from other people. I want to get better at this game. I want to know more about this game, and maybe your advice will help somebody else in the comment section too. So go ahead, don't be shy. I hope you're all having a phenomenal day. I hope if you were gunning for Miranda, you were able to pull her, and I will see you all in the next video.